A 2016 survey conducted by PwC said that over 55% of CEOs thought that the lack of trust was a threat to their organization's growth. Roll the clock forward to 2025, almost 10 years later, and we can see how the abundance of misinformation and our inability to trust and what public figures are saying has made this an even greater concern. Data tells us that as compared to low trust organizations, high trust organizations have incredible benefits such as 74% less stress, 50% higher productivity, and 40% less burnout. We understand that having a high trust organization is not only the right thing to do, and it provides us more joy in our day-to-day life at work, but it's also good business. In my interest in researching and understanding how to create trust, how to maintain it, and how to repair it, I landed in the research conducted by neuroscientist Dr. Paul J. Sack. He has identified 8 behaviors that leaders can implement to create trust in an active way. These 8 behaviors are recognizing excellence, providing stretch goals, macro-managing, supporting passion work, over-communicating, interconnecting, supporting holistic growth, and sharing fearlessly or vulnerably. I want to talk today about recognizing excellence. Recognizing excellence is one of the 2 things that are the most challenging to do in organizations, and also one of the easiest to fix. Recognizing excellence is important because when somebody genuinely and effectively appreciates what we're doing, we know that our efforts and our contributions and our energy are not being wasted. We feel like we're a part of the organization, and we feel a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that is unparalleled. Recognizing excellence doesn't happen every day. We tend to leave our appreciation for special moments, and it's so important to be able to bring this in to the DNA of our organizations. Here's an idea. What if, when onboarding employees, you could create a bucket list of recognition? This would tell you exactly how somebody would like to get recognized. Because although some people love a public shout out, for some others they would rather get a root canal than being recognized in public. This way, you could share this bucket list broadly across the organization, and people would be able to very effectively and individually recognize the contributions of an individual at that personal preference level. Also, recognition doesn't happen without planning. At our house, we have a daily ritual to create connection, and this is what we have learned is the rose, bud, and thorn. I can't tell you where we got this from. We didn't invent it, but we've been applying it for the last few years. And what we do is we go around the table and we share something that we enjoyed from that day, our rose, something that was challenging, our thorn, and something that we're looking forward to. More specifically, when we pass the baton to the next person, we recognize something that we've appreciated from that person, ideally recent or from that day. But what would that look like for you to implement this in your teams? Trust, again, is so important, and you can't leave it just to chance. We're going to continue talking about the rest of the 8 characteristics that neuroscience tells us are important and that we can do to help and implement trust. I'd love to hear what you're doing, what practices you have, what habits you've implemented that have helped you and your team create a more deeply trusting organization. Thank you.